the seller stamp duty story and how I think it will affect the future. Because in July 2025, the seller stamp duty, the duration went from 3 years to 4 years. And of course, the percentages of penalty also went up by 4%. So how is it going to affect? The only way to look at it, I think objectively, is look at the past. So around 2010, they had a few changes. Seller stamp duty was introduced. First was a 1-year seller stamp duty, then was a 3-year seller stamp duty, and then it became a 4-year seller stamp duty within a short period of time. And how did it affect the market? If you look at the left, the chart on the left of the chart, you can see that the prices still started to climb, but maybe moderating, right? But the real effect came later on when the total debt servicing ratio kicked in, which means that you remove speculators from the market who don't have the income to support the loan as per the TDSR. So that was a real kicker, and that really stabilized the market. And you can see the prices in some areas actually went down for quite a long time. Then in 2017, the government said, okay, the prices are under control in the private market, so we moved back from 4 years to 3 years. And then what happened, you can see from the middle of the chart, the prices started to climb. Because speculative thinking, when you have a new launch, you buy something good, and you know that in the future you can sell it a bit higher. 3 years is a nice time frame for speculators. In the market, generally, speculators, about 10 to 20% are speculators, especially for new launch. They also buy resale properties. Because if you can see appreciation over a period of 3 years and you pull out, you can make a profit. So to curb the speculation, the government again now has instituted back from 3 years to 4 years. And how is it going to affect? So you can see actually that when that happens, when we move to 4 years, the 10 to 20% of people who are speculating in the market, they buy a new launch or maybe a resale in a good location at a good price, and then they want to sell in 3 years. Now they have to wait for 4 years. When it becomes 4 years, right, the cost of interest goes up. There's a couple of things that happen from an investor's standpoint. So I believe 10 to 20% of buyers of new launches will be affected by this change. Now, how is it going to affect prices? I feel based on history, I think the price growth will start to moderate. Of course, we all don't want a situation where the price actually decline, because that's not good for anybody. But we want the prices to moderate so that people can afford and plan a bit forward for people who buy and stay on their own. But that doesn't mean that if you are an investor and you want to buy and sell in 4 years, it's not possible. It's still possible, but you have to be more careful. You cannot just go around buying anything. So core central, rest of central, outside central, we all know that outside central, if it's a great location, the price is good, entry price is good, it's still okay to go in, and you can sell 4 years time if you want to. Or if you're looking at rest of central, I think very good as well, because supply is usually very low. So rest of central, good launch, will be a good investment opportunity also. Core central is a mixed bag. I would be a little bit cautious, but do your mathematics properly and get an agent to advise you. So seller stamp duty moving forward 4 years, I think sort of removes the not so calculated and careful speculators, so from the market, who are more careful. So that means that if there's a new launch that is pretty good and you intend to buy as an investment, hopefully you get a better ballot number, because there are less people putting in checks. So I see that as an opportunity as well. So seller stamp duty, 3 years to 4 years, I think it's going to have some impact in the market. But it is really dependent on the condominium, the location, everything, developer, floor plans, the size, the quantum, everything. So talk to your agent and make the right choice.